Good morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I thought I'd get out here and do a little work before I had to go into the office. It's cool. We've had a couple of days of extreme heat. I know I keep talking about the weather, but it's really important in how our crops perform. So everything was wet, and now it's having to struggle with the heat. So it hasn't really had anything in between those extremes. But I figured I'd go out and maybe sow some of those seeds we got the other day. I show you a little bit of a potato haul. Those potatoes are in a soup. I needed soup on the hottest days of the summer, but I didn't have a lot of vegetables coming in, and it was just easy to I do that, either throw them into a stir fry or a soup or something like that. And I had some things that probably weren't going to be the best stir fry ingredients, but would make a wonderful soup. So that's what we did. And let's go sow some of those. I think I'm going to do some cumin today. Well, don't know how well you can see this, but I think I'm going to put the cumin in, or in all my herbs, in the smaller pots here along the front of where I plant my tomatoes. But you can see here, where is it here? Nope, this one right here, and actually in here too, that I layer my plants, and it's important to do that, especially right now with the heat. I didn't want to transplant them and have them go into shock. So you can see that the soil is still wet under them. I just water in here, and I know that the water is going to the plant, and whatever leaks out will be on the soil here, and the plant can suck that back up in if it needs more water throughout the day. So layering is very important, especially in the heat when you're in the middle of transplanting stuff. So this will definitely need to be transplanted. It almost immediately makes their roots grow too. See, I didn't have any roots out of these, but they were just sitting on top of that soil for just a day or so, and all of them have tons of roots. So all right, let's see. Cumin, I ordered these from MI Gardener. They're having a 25% sale right now. So so I ordered a bunch of stuff. If you want to see what I got, you can look at the video before. I had a little bit of a seed haul. I think these seeds are like super tiny. In this extreme heat, probably not the best time to be sowing seed, but let's see. Oh yeah. Can you see them? Let's sprinkle them on here. Just make sure that I keep them wet today. Like I said, it's going to be 100. Yesterday was in the high 90s, so let me get some water. All right, we'll water these in good. We'll let that soak in. I think I'm going to put the pots back on here so that my friend the cardinal doesn't come in and pick up the seeds. I'll just leave that those on for just today, and it will help keep the moisture. It'll help keep the moisture in the soil. Well, I can't put that one in. I don't know how I had that before. There we go. All right, that should be good. And we'll come back in a couple of days and take these pots off, but it's supposed to be raining the rest of the week after today, so that'll be good. And that's why I was doing that. Today I'm not gonna have time to come out and plant tonight, so this is my only opportunity to get some more seeds in the ground. The other day when we were doing our garden tour, I pointed out the potato that was looking a little bit, I thought maybe it had some blight going on, which it still may be blight, but it's gotten pretty yellow. I did put my hand down in and around there, and I do feel some potatoes, so let me go get the wheelbarrow and we'll harvest some fresh potatoes for dinner tonight. All right, these potatoes were store-bought potatoes, and they were just little yellow, like a new potato size, so they weren't very big, just an inch or two. I always grow my potatoes in pots like this. That way I don't have to worry about digging them. They're so much easier to grow this way. Let's see what we got. Of course, I don't have any volunteers either growing this way, but that's all right. I got plenty of tomatoes that volunteer. I saw some. This is about how big they were when I sowed them. Some little ones. I'll put them back in the bucket. This is the original potato that I planted. That's all used up. I put, I think 4. I think I had about 4 in the bucket. They come out really clean this way. You know, I mean, I might have to wash them a little bit, obviously, but yeah, these look really good. These are gonna be so good. I don't typically save, you know, any for growing next year, only because I generally have plenty of potatoes on the counter that by March, whatever is sprouting that we hadn't used from store-bought potatoes. Oh, that one, but that one didn't grow anything at all. That was the original one I planted too. See how easy it is to harvest this way? I think it's great. I'll pour out what we got. There we go. I think it's not enough for all of us to have a meal, but it'll be enough to make, maybe I'll make my potato donuts. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Those are fun. The kids love the potato donuts. All right, let's take this bucket over and fertilize some of the garlic. It's looking pretty sad. You can see I trimmed some of my flowers this morning. We had a really bad wind the last couple of days, so I just push it down into the water, and this just keeps going all season. Looks disgusting, but the plants love it. Yeah, this is the garlic. Got some volunteer sunflowers. I planted carrots in between. There's some of those king tut peas. But let's get some fertilizer on the, this is what I do. I just push it to the side to push the plants down, and a lot of people do this with comfrey. I don't grow comfrey, so I figured this will work. It smells disgusting too. The other day, my husband says, "What smells like manure?" It kind of does, so that's when you know it's ready. All right, I'm gonna give these a good drink, and I hope you join me next week in the